Peace, Okuo Alafia, to all those that's coming in, all those that's probably already tuned in. So Bobby 5 with your collective reading for the day. I ain't been on here in a long time. I ain't did this in a while, so if anybody who remember, go ahead and shut a live. You could DM me for your personal readings. I'm very sure if you scroll on my page, you can find all of the pricings listed below. So, you know, but I'm gonna go ahead and get right into this collective reading. Y'all need to stop being so impulsive out here. You know, your impulsive actions is putting you in a bad place. Your impulsive actions is putting you in a bad space. They're not doing you no good. You know, it's throwing off your stability. It's throwing you off mentally. It's throwing you off just altogether. You need to change the way that you think, the way that you perceive information when it's not what you want to hear. You know, you got to learn how to take rejection and just drop it. You know, take it for face value and just drop it. Just leave it. You know, you don't want to be out here holding on to empty feelings, to negative feelings or anything like that, because that is drawing you back. That's causing your money to go down the drain. That's causing for your opportunities to go down the drain and your blessings to go down the drain. Spirit saying this is a divine feminine who's real, you know, strong, and she's very determined to get things done. But at the same time, no, this divine feminine needs stability. This divine feminine needs to find a very good job, one that doesn't require dealing with people on such a scale that's that doesn't require dealing with people so much, to the point where she doesn't be thrown off from, you know, from her focus. I'm picking up this person isn't a people person so much. This person should work isolated. You know, maybe in an office where she just answers phone calls or, you know, handles paperwork for her boss and whatnot. I'm also seeing somebody needs to take actions in their relationship. People not gonna be necessarily good to you. You gotta make them good for you, if that makes sense. It's time to take action on your goals in life. I wouldn't even just say money or a job. I'm gonna say it's time for you to take actions on your goals in life. It's time for you to stop, you know, dragging your feet on your goals in life. Spirit saying your money is in a vault, just waiting on you to twist it. Spirit saying you want to put your foot down in the workplace. Any place where you work at, you want to put your foot down. You want to let these people know right off back that you're not a pushover, because you already have let the world know that you was too nice. So when you step into the workplace, wherever it is going to be, you want to put your foot down, not in a way that's going to that it might get you fired, but in such a way that's going to just have people respecting you. You know, you're a person that deserves respect, that needs respect. And again, this is a divine feminine. This is a person who wears their heart on their shoulders. This person needs to use that fire. They need to use that fire for what it's good for. They need to use the upcoming season, the summertime, to put their foot down and show and prove for who they are, if that makes sense. And the stability comes right along with that. When you show and prove who you are, your spirits and your ancestors are going to reward you for showing people who you are, for showing the world who you are, for not letting people just walk all over you, if that makes sense. Like, this collective is all about people who've let people walk all over them, let life, you know, walk all over you, you know. Spirit saying it's time for you to stand up for yourself. Yep. What you gonna do? Because your heart is involved in this. People stomping all over you has gotten you feeling real small in life. It's time for you to use your king energy. Whether it's male or female, it's time for you to use your king energy, that motivated energy, that you know, that masculine energy. You want to use that to its advantage and stand up for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what you want to do out here. You can't be out here letting life do you. You can't be out here just bending over for life. I hope that helps somebody. I'm gonna drop another message out here for y'all. Hold on, give me a second. How y'all doing today? For whoever's in here, how the day treating y'all? Spirit said make your next move your best move when it comes down to your relationships. Because this is a person who just happen to always pick the wrong person when it comes down to who they want to settle down with. Spirit said make your next move your best move. Because if you don't, you got a horrible new beginning coming. Spirit says it's time for you to go in a different direction from those people that you have been choosing to deal with romantically, business-wise, and on just any friendship, personal type level. This is a person who picks the wrong people to associate themselves with. This person has tricksters around them, but the tricksters like to play on your heartstrings like a kid. This is a person who's been real vulnerable in that way. This is a person who lacks boundaries with friends, family, business, significant others. This is a person who needs to, like, again, go in a different direction because don't lead with your heart. Lead with your head. Lead with your logic. Be logical. Get out your feelings when it comes down to dealing with people. That's what's going to save you. That's what's going to save you. You know, it's time to work on that heart of yours too. It's time to you know, be more self-aware. Understanding that you better than you better than what you think you are. You better than what the world made you feel like you were or told you what you were. This is a person where the way they feel has a lot to do with their stability. It has a lot to do with, like, their balance in life. So if you could balance the way you feel with your logic, then you'll be good in life. You'll be good. You will be a very balanced individual, and it won't, and your relationships, whether friendship, family, or whatever the case may be, won't affect your mind to the point where it's starting to affect your pockets, because now you don't want to get up and go do the work that you supposed to did because you're so depressed. You feel me? So the medicine for this situation, again, create healthy boundaries, you know, start to do more for self. Start to take yourself out. Simple as looking in the mirror and telling yourself that you're beautiful, telling yourself that you the best whatever in life. But you want to big yourself up. You don't want to make that the responsibility of another person, something outside of yourself. You wanna be self. You know, you don't want to be insecure. You want to be self-secured. You know what I'm saying? You want to be self-sufficient. You want to, when it comes down to who you rely on when things going bad, you kind of want it to be yourself. I know, you know, everybody want to be able to rely on somebody, but but at the end of the day, you came in here by yourself. You're gonna leave out by yourself. So it's best that you work on self before you try to rely on anything external, if that makes sense. I hope that helped. Well, I'm finna go ahead and get up off of here. If anybody need me, you know, you want to book your personal readings, just, you know, DM me and we can get it going on. Goodbye for now.